So UFC Fight Night Dricus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland 2 is tomorrow. Oh wait, this card is a pay-per-view. And apart from the main and co-main, there's and Sephora's brother. This this is an awful card. There's no way around it. I'm gonna be complaining this entire video, but I'll give you predictions. Whether they're right or not, whether they're informed, I don't know, because basically none of these fights make sense. And like Guru said in his video, this is an insult to UFC fans, but specifically Australian fans who are paying thousands of dollars for these seats and watching this. But without further ado, let's get into it. DDP Sean Strickland 2, really close first fight. I thought Sean won the first fight, but DDP got the decision. You look at the last few fights, Sean, he beat Paulo Costa. That's really the only fight that he has had after fighting DDP. Then you have the loss to DDP. For that, he dominated Israel Adesanya. Nearly knocked him out at certain times. For that, beat Abus Magomedov and Azadine Imavov, which is shaping up to be a really good win considering what Imavov just did to Israel Adesanya. You look at DDP, he submitted Izzy and his fight, last fight. Oh my god, I can't tell. Sean Strickland split decision. Again, I kind of thought Sean Strickland won that, and that seems to be a common thing with most fans where I'm not in the minority, I feel. You can love or hate Sean Strickland. He won that first fight. I'm sorry. Moving on, he KO'd Robert Whitaker, KO'd Derek Brunson, and submitted Darren Till. Really good wins. Now, I think this will be. I could see this going one of two ways. I can see Sean keeping jabbing, outpointing DDP. I need to remember his name. But I honestly think when you look at their last two fights and you look at where these two have gone, Sean Strickland went away from Paulo Costa, and that was a close fight to watch. I still thought that Sean won that fight, but you look at DDP since, you know, he showed a lot more in that Izzy fight. And in my opinion, I feel like looking at Hamza being next, hopefully with the passport thing, I think there will be no excuse in the UFC. It really wants Hamza in a title fight. I'm going with DDP. I'm thinking third round KO. Like, he had 5 rounds to kind of feel out Sean Strickland and really learned his tendencies and that. And like I said, I just think that his last fight was a lot more impressive than the Paulo Costa fight. I'm thinking third round TKO. I'm a big fan of both of these guys. I know that they have a very heated rivalry or whatever. Both of these guys are, you know, I know some people find Sean Strickland's style boring, but it's effective. Same way Bilal Muhammad, Khabib Nurmagomedov, all these guys with boring fight styles, it's about getting the job done, right? And I feel like DDP will be able to fight past that. And, you know, I think we might see a more calculated DDP. We know that he blitzes a lot. He runs in, throws well over it, goes for crazy takedowns. That would be the factor in this fight. Whether or not DDP can land a takedown or two, I feel like that would shift the momentum greatly. But we know that Sean Strickland has really good takedown defense. He showed it in the first fight. So I'm gonna go DDP third round TKO. I feel like in his last fight he showed a lot more than what Sean showed against Paulo Costa. But I can also see this being a really close fight, just like the first one. It's difficult because I feel like a lot of people underlooked Sean Strickland in this fight. And I watched Bedtime did a video on this. Um, he's right. He's right. Like, you know, you can mock the teeps, you can mock the jabs, but it works. He arguably won the first fight. But I'm going with DDP third round TKO. Moving on to the um, second last good fight on this card. Zhang Weili, Tatiana Suarez. You know, I like Tatiana Suarez. I like what she brings to the table. You look at her last few fights, submitted Andrade, submitted De La Rosa, beat Nina Nunes by unanimous decision. Um, these fights are really, really old, though. A year and a half way off. Then you look at Zhang Weili. She beat Jion Yan by unanimous decision. Beat Amanda Lemos by unanimous decision. Carlos Esparza by submission. KO'd Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and before that lost to Rose Namajunas by they don't have that. By a split decision. So okay. It is strawweight. It is strawweight. Let's face it, nobody cares about strawweight. But jokes aside though, I can see Zhang Wei winning again. I can see her, you know, outskilling her, outskilling Suarez on the feet. The biggest thing to me is the grappling threat that Suarez is bringing into this fight. Because I feel like if she can bring constant pressure, it's her fight to win. But I don't know. Zhang Weili has been in some wars. My issue, though, is that Zhang Weili only fights once a year, and it holds up the entire division the same way we see with multiple other fighters. In my opinion, unless you're a heavyweight champion, because the heavyweight champion usually only defended once a year. You look at Stipe, you look at past champions. That's typical. But for flyweight, or I guess this is strawweight, you could be doing 2 to 3 fights a year easy. Zhang Weili is 35, turning 36 at the end of the year. Suarez is 34. I just think that if Suarez can mix in the grappling, get the takedown, land some ground and pound, possibly get a submission in. I doubt it though. I'm leaning towards Suarez. I just think that I think that she'll be able to create enough pressure and win, maybe the later rounds, and then either round one or two. That's kind of how I see it going. But regardless, I hope he wins this fight, defends the title this year. Like it's really annoying, man, when we have all these champions that only fight once a year and hold up entire divisions. And for, women's MMA, let's face it, it is at a low point. Ever since Amanda Nunes left, I know we got Kayla Harrison. Juliana Pena, she is talented. I just, she annoys me. I think Kayla Harrison will beat her in her fight. But I'm gonna go Suarez by decision. I just think, like I said, mix in the takedowns, win win like one or two, four or five. Well, no, then she wins too much. I think she wins at least one of the first two rounds, if not one and two, and then if she doesn't win the first two, I think she'll win four or five, or one of those rounds, and take the decision. But I don't know. Should be a fun fight. Zhang Wei, all jokes aside, has been in a lot of wars. She deserves the credit, but she is 35. She isn't very active. We need an active champion. So, like I said, for the third time, Tatiana Suarez decision. Not really confident in it. Now we're gonna get into the part of the video where I complain about how shit the rest of the card is. Taliesin Teixeira versus Justin Taffa. Taliesin Teixeira making his UFC debut, and he is the feature fight of the card. And Justin Taffa is the feature fight of this card. You look at him, KO Darcy Lopez, has a ton of knockouts. Now, I don't know. I honestly don't know if it was against a bunch of cans or whatever it was. So, I didn't look up, any of his fights before this. Just because if the UFC is not going to put effort in this card, I'm not going to put effort in my predictions. You look at Justin Taffa, lost to Carl Williams, beat Austin Wayne. For that, the unintentional approach, beat Parker Porter, beat Harry Hunter. I'm going to go Justin Taffa by second round KO. The level of competition on, the underground promotions, whatever you want to call them, it's nothing like the UFC. It's in Australia. I feel like Taffa will be motivated. I'm going to go with the second round KO. And I just hope this is an entertaining fight. But, yeah, moving on to the next amazing fight on this card. Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Vallado. Jimmy Crute is on the main event of a UFC pay-per-view. Okay, let's go to Rodolfo Vallado. We'll probably start going off on this. So, he beat Ihor Potieria by TKO. Good win. Beat Murtaza Tawab by KO. Beat Akio dos Anjos. Matias Masaros. Then he lost to Vitor Petrino by TKO. Not a bad loss. Vitor Petrino is a beast. Jimmy Crute, look at him. Lost to Alonzo Manifield by guillotine. Had a draw against Alonzo Manifield before that. Lost to Jamal Hill. Lost and got knocked out by Anthony Smith. beat Modestas Bukauskas. His last win was 4 years ago. Joe Biden was starting his first, well, I guess starting his term. I want to speculate on Joe Biden running again. But how? How is this the future for, well, I guess it's not a future plan. How is this on the main card? How? Just because this dude is Australian, you're throwing him on the main card? Like, this is dog, dog shit, dude. I'm gonna go with Bellotto by second round KO. You know, I just I don't see Jimmy Crib being anything in the light heavyweight division. He is young, I guess, but I'm gonna go Rodolfo by KO. Why is this on the main event? Why? Like, this is an insult to Australian fans. You're gonna spend thousands of dollars, most likely, to see this fight. Like, if you can't, if you can't put good fights on the Australian card, don't go to Australia. Australia. Bellotto, second round KO, TKO, whatever. I can't even speak. Moving on. Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. Jake Matthews is on a main event of a pay-per-view in 2025. Did anybody have that on their bingo card? I don't think so. You look at Francisco Prado, lost to Joe Hubbard by unanimous decision, beat Ottoman as the top by round TKO, lost to Jamie Malarkey, beat Jose Vargas, and Adrian Perron by TKO. Then you look at Jake Matthews, beat Phil Rowe, lost to Michael Morales, beat Darius Flowers, lost to Matthew Solmsberger, and then beat Andre Fiallo. Main event. Main event. This is on the main event. You have to pay $80 to watch this fight. Matthews by decision, I guess. I don't. Like, just because he's Australian. Like, if you don't have Australian fighters, don't pack them on the main event. You know, I I, I get, like, Toffer's older brother when he was on his run. I get that. When Volkanovski was champion. I get that. Dan Hooker. You could have thrown Dan Hooker versus Gaethje on this card. But no, that's on the Pereira card, which is shaping out to be an insane card. But Jake Matthews, decision, I don't see much coming from that fight. Moving on, Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. I'm gonna go Jack Jenkins. I'm a fan of his. I like what he's showing. He KO'd Herbert Burns in his last fight. Got knocked out by Mariscal or verbal type. Oh yeah, that's right. Verbal tap out for an arm injury. Then you have the Jamal Evers with decision. Beat Don Shanis by decision. Beat Freddie Ramirez on the Contender Series by TKO. You move over to Gabriel Santos. He beat Yusef by unanimous decision. Lost to David Onoma. Lost to Lerone Murphy. And then beat Jose Delano and Marcio Barbosa. I'm gonna go. What did I say here? I'm gonna go Jack Jenkins by decision. I think, yeah. To be honest, I don't really know much about Gabriel Santos, but the fights that the one fight that I watched was he has some talent, but I'm just gonna go Jack Jenkins. I don't know how the crowd might motivate him to get a insane victory, but I'm gonna go decision. Moving on so I can finish this god awful card. Tom Nolan versus uh Vasily Borshev. You look at Tom, Tom Nolan's last two fights, beat Alex Reyes by decision, beat Victor Martinez by TKO, lost to Nikolai Moda by KO, beat Bogdan Grad, and come on here, Aiden uh, Aguilera in internal MMA. You look at Borshev, beat James on top, lost to Chase Hooper, had a draw against Shady uh, Shadikov, sorry I can't read, beat Mahashet Hashir, and then lost to Mike Davis by unanimous decision. Okay, I'm just gonna hold my phone because honestly at this point I just want to get this video done. I'm gonna go Borshev by decision. I feel like he'll be able to mix grappling in and outpoint Tom Nolan. Yeah. Again, if the UFC isn't going to put effort into this card, why should I put effort into my predictions? I decided I'm going to make predictions for every fight card. You know, it sucks, you know, I'm paying $80 for a fucking fight card. A fight night card. That's a featured free win. Are you? Oh no, we were on Tom Nolan. I forget. Conway versus Bruno Brazil. I'm gonna go Wang by decision. Again, not really gonna say much here. She lost to Gabriel Fernandez in the last fight. By rear naked choke. Before that, uh, she was on a decent streak. You look at Bruno Brazil, she beat Molly McCann in the last fight, lost to Luke Boonme, beat Sean O'Bannon, lost to Denise Gomez, and then beat Martin Mann. I'm gonna go Wang. From what I've seen, she has a more well-rounded game. Moving on. Alexandre Topuria versus Colby Thickness, however you say it. Finally, an interesting fight. Now, Bedtime had an interesting point in his video. If you don't watch Bedtime, go check him out. He brought up the point that when we have these brothers, ah, what the fuck? When we have like these brothers duos in MMA, when one is insanely good, the other one is mediocre. Now, obviously, we'll have to see him fight. I'm pretty sure this is his debut, right? But he won his last two fights by knockout. Lost one by knockout. You look at Colby Thickness, who is a training partner of Alexander Volkanovski. He beat Marvin Williams by KO, TKO, beat Norman Acosta by submission, KO, ground and pound, decision. I'm not even going to go through them. I just want to get this done. I'm going to go Alexander Topuria. About the point that Bedtime made, he is kind of right when you look at it. But from what I've seen from Alexandre Taporia, he has the insane power that Ilya has. So I'm gonna go first round knockout. Show a spectacular performance, and I don't know. Maybe he has the uh, Khabib Islam thing where, you know, uh, Ilya even said that his plan is to retire by 30 and let his brother conquer the UFC. How old is he? 29, same age. Yeah, but this is one of the fights I am looking forward to because Kobe too is a really fun fighter to watch. Knockout machine. It should be a fun fight. Again, one of two fights I'm looking forward to. Moving on, we have Cody Steele versus Ron Sue. I'm gonna go Steele by third round knockout. Um, you look at his last two fights, beat Jason Blair by uh, KO body shot, beat Alejandro Martinez in Fury, Nico. You look at his last few fights, won all 4 or 5 by KO, last 4, I might add. Then you look at Rongsu, lost to Chris Padilla by Dr. Stoppage, submitted Singh Haraguchi, beat Sung Kim, uh, Sung Chung Hung. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying these names before I get called racist. But I'm gonna go Steele. I'm predicting, come on, third round KO by Cody Steele. I think he'll win it on the feet unless Rongsu throws in some grappling. But what I've seen from Rongsu, I don't really see anything in his game that impresses me. Moving on, third to last prediction I had to make before I'm done with this fucking awful card. Kevin Ducey versus Jonathan Mikolev. I'm gonna go Ducey by decision. He lost to Brian Battle in his last fight by KO. Brian Battle works to be a rising star. For that, he beat Keenan Song, beat Kiefer Crosby, and then in Hex he beat Kit Campbell and Priscus Foganolo, however you said. Then you look at Jonathan Mikolev, beat Muhammad Adol. On Contender Series, beat Matt Vale, lost to Aiden Bates, beat Joseph Luciano, and beat Jack James. I'm gonna go Juicy. What did I say for this one? This phone needs to stay on. Juicy, go with the decision. Moving on. Quaylen Siqueiros versus Dubois. I'm gonna go Siqueiros by second round TKO. You look at his last 2 fights. Beat Gage Young by decision. Submitted Dom Farfan, Brett Pastor, Brian Donnelly. I don't know any of these people. Why am I going through it? You look at Dubois. He lost to Mike Reardon by knockout. Beat Jake Sergey by ground and pound. And then before that, was on the road to UFC. I'm gonna go Quaylen Siqueiros. This might be an interesting fight. I do like Siqueiros. I like what I've seen from him. Yeah. Moving on one more fight. Then I'm gonna rant about how shit this card is. Hong Sung Park versus Temendenbro. I never know how to say that name. But you look at Hong Sung Park, KO'd Shannon Ross by a waiver shot, submitted. Chung Duk Choi beat Tobney Quirm and these other guys on the road to UFC. Then we got Carlos Hernandez beat Nemendon World by split decision. That was a really good fight. For that, he uh, he had a technical submission against Peter DeNose. Had a good run on the road to UFC. I'm going Park. I think that he'll win this. It should be a competitive fight. I do like Commander Burrow. I like what he brings to the table. But I just think Park is more well-rounded, has more weapons in his arsenal. Well, that's it. I'm done. I spent $80. $80 fucking dollars on this card. 80 fucking for Jake Matthews on the main card in 2025. Crute, Jimmy Crute on the main card. Like, if you don't have stars in Australia, don't make an Australian pay-per-view. It's simple, but that's it. I wasted 30 more minutes of my life. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your predictions if you want, but yeah. There we go. I spent $80 fucking dollars on this card.